Welcome to the 106th District Court. Court is in session. This is cause number 2019 CR 12256, State of Texas versus Olajide Aquino Soto. We're here today for a plea. We're conducting this hearing via video conference using the Zoom application. We're also using YouTube to live stream the proceedings to keep the hearing public. Time now is 11:22 a.m. on the 4th day of August 2021. These proceedings are official. They're on the record and they're being recorded by the official court reporter. Counsel and all present are instructed to act as though you were in court, and all instructed not to record the proceedings. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Travis Banks of the state of Texas.
John Pettis for defense.
Sir, are you the same Olajide Francis Aquino Soto, charged by indictment with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, penalty group 2, from 4 to 400 grams? Is that you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are we proceeding on all counts?
No, Your Honor, the state is only proceeding on count 2, waiving and abandoning the other counts.
No objection, Judge.
And count 2 is the possession of controlled substance, penalty group 2, from 4 to 400 grams. My understanding that's a second-degree felony. Is that right?
You are correct, Your Honor.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you. Mr. Aquino Soto, I'm going to use a function of Zoom called share screen. I'm going to show you your indictment in this case. This is your name up here. This is the main offense here, the word indictment, but on count 2 says April 16th of 2019. It was a possession of penalty group 2 from 4 to 400 grams. But are you familiar with this document, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do we waive reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
I'm going to get out of share screen. I will note that there is a discovery acknowledgement that's been signed and dated by both sides. I'm doing the same, and I make it a part of the record. I'll also note that there is an application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. I'll make that a part of the record as well. Mr. Aquino Soto, going back into share screen, I'm showing you a document. It's called the Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video Conference. Scroll down to electronic signature. Then I'm using my cursor to circle around. Is this your signature, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this document, you're telling me two things. One, you understand that normally we do pleas live in an open court, but that you're consenting to do this plea by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Secondly, your electronic signature here, as well as all of your other electronic signatures in the plea packet in front of me today, you're telling me that those are valid as if you personally signed them. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
I approve the consent. I make it a part of the record. We're still on share screen, but now I'm showing you another document. It's called the court's admonishments. I'll scroll through for you so you can see it because it's several pages. But are you familiar with this document, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
On page 3 at the bottom of the page, electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. By signing the court's admonishments, you're telling me that you understand the court's admonishments, that you understand the rights are contained within it. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that you have to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the rights you're giving up is the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for the offense, which is anywhere from, well, for count 2, I should say, which is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've applied for deferred adjudication, sir, and there are risks and benefits associated with that. The benefits are, is if it's granted, then you will not be found guilty of the offense at count 2, and instead you'll be placed on community supervision, which if you're successful at that, the case is dismissed. But the risks are, if you're not successful, you could be revoked. And if you are revoked, then you would be found guilty of the offense at count 2 on that day, and you're subject to the full sentencing range I just announced. Did you understand that before you applied for deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you still wish to apply?
Yes, Your Honor.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments. I make them a part of the record. So we're going to go back to share screen. I'm going to show you the plea bargain in this case. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
There's an electronic signature to the left. I'm using my cursor to circle around. There's another one to the right. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Are these your two signatures?
Yes, Your Honor.
This document details for me your agreement with the state as far as punishment is concerned, and I will let you know if I'm going to follow this prior to the entry of your plea. First says that the state will only proceed on count 2. Punishment will be assessed with a cap of 5 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice with a $1,500 fine. State's making no recommendation on your application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Your signature to the left waives your appeal. Is that your understanding of the plea bargain, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Judge.
I'm going to get out of share screen. Sir, I'm not bound by a plea bargain. I do not have to follow this. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
But if I do follow the plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions are filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
Not to my knowledge, Judge.
If I do not follow the plea bargain, then I'll allow you to withdraw the plea and we'll proceed to trial as if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll note again, one of your signatures on the plea bargain waives your appeal. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
If not, then a plea of guilty or no contest to the offense that count 2 could have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. And I'll note that you certified on the court's admonishments that you are an American citizen. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual or rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he's been able to assist you in the defense?
He has, Judge.
Do you believe he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
Yes, Judge.
Sir, the offense that's listed at count 2 of your indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand that you can still be found guilty under a no contest plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Other than the plea bargain. Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today? Do you understand the question? You have a plea bargain, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did anyone promise you anything above and beyond the plea bargain for you to plead today?
No, Your Honor.
Did anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No, Your Honor.
After going over this case with your attorney, do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does the state have anything to offer to support the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. State offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objections, Judge.
It's admitted. I reviewed State's Exhibit 1 and attachments prior to getting on the record and find that it is sufficient to support the plea. So I find that your plea was freely, intelligently, and voluntarily made. There was sufficient evidence to support the plea and that you're mentally competent to enter into such a plea. I'm going to order a pre-sentence investigation report and a TAP evaluation. We will come back on another day for sentencing. Is there anything else from either side in regards to the plea?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
All right, Mr. Aquino Soto, in a minute here, we're going to conclude the hearing. You're going to stay on Zoom. You're going to meet up with our probation officer. She's going to go over a few things for you for the sentencing hearing. Being nothing else from either side, then this